got a fun little project in here we're going to start working on today. I kind of teased this on my Facebook, and I think I teased it on Instagram too. But Greg, the owner of Raging Rhino, has got a new project here for me, and this is this late 70s Honda Trail 90. Now this was his little get-around buggy when he was a teenager. It has not been ran since he was a teenager, so it's been sitting for quite a long time. So it ran when he parked it, but it's been sitting. I know there's old gas in that gas tank. Who knows what kind of shape the carburetor's in. But we're going to do a little top end rebuild of this guy, spruce her up a bit. She's definitely going to need a cleaning. But we got some parts to replace here and see if we can't get this guy back up into running condition. He wants to use this for like when he goes on vacation. He can take it along and scoot around towns and stuff with. So today, I'll fix her up for you and make a couple good videos out of it. So I'm almost half tempted to see if this guy will fire right off the bat, but I know that carburetor is going to be nasty. Probably can't see in there very well, but there is all kind of tar and rust and sludge in that gas tank. Woo! And that gas smells more like paint thinner at this point than it does gas. So I don't think I'm going to risk doing any damage, even though we are doing a top end rebuild. New piston and new piston rings. I don't know if he got a new piston or not. He's got a whole box full of goodies here to replace. I know he's got new piston rings, but I say the first thing we do is we'll pull this gas tank off, drain the gas, pull the old carburetor off. We got a rebuild kit. He's going to try to rebuild this old carburetor. If not, he did go ahead and buy a brand new one just for the sake of having it because they were pretty cheap. Let's go ahead and pull the airbox off, pull the carburetor off, and get this old gas tank and old gas out of here. Oh boy. Shoo! Well, that filter in there is completely disintegrated.
You would have been this. All the way behind us.
There's that. Wow, all these bolts are coming off extremely easy. Whoop. Pull this off, our intake. I'm gonna pull our intake horn off so that I can pull that around there and hopefully drain all that fuel without making a huge mess. I just drop all my tools all over the place. Yeah, I don't need them. Oh boy, that does not want to come off of there. I'm gonna give her some love taps. The gasket was definitely doing its job. Now, see if I can get these fuel lines off. Gas is nasty coming out of it. All right, she's getting cut. Oh man, that line is absolutely plugged solid. That is nasty. Oh, look at that. I think that's the feed line, that's the vent line. And it is plugged so solid that there's hardly any gas coming out. Till I go to lift the tank up, and then she's probably gonna pour. Ugh, yuck. That's not a good sign for our carburetor though. Wow. That's not even coming out of there. Oh, we definitely have some tank cleaning to do. Shoo. So I'm a little scared to kind of dig into this old carburetor, the shape of that fuel. I mean, look how plug solid that is. Woo-wee. So who knows, I'm sure it's going to be just as bad in here. Like I said, Greg got a rebuild kit. We're going to try to rebuild this one if we can get it cleaned up good enough. If not, he also bought a brand new one, so we're good either way. But let's crack this puppy open and see what she's like. So, pretty filthy, as you guys can see. Look at the buildup of gunk in there. And a pile of sludge in that. And of course, all our pilot jets are absolutely filthy and cruddy. We can clean them up, but we do have a complete rebuild kit here that has new jets and stuff in it. So we'll probably just swap out with one of these, the appropriate one. We'll see what size jets, if they're listed or not. Doesn't look like it. So I don't know if these are all the same size or if there's different sizes. Anyway, we'll see what we can clean up. And then we'll throw her back together. Alright, carburetor all cleaned up, and thanks to the rebuild kit, we got all new jets in there, new gaskets. So it's ready to go. The next thing I guess we'll do is go ahead and pull the motor. We'll have to pull these chain guards off so we can take our chain off. Take this little skid plate / protection bars off. And then it's pretty much, I think, just 2 bolts. This one here, and I do believe there's one somewhere on the bottom. We'll get that motor pulled, put it on the bench so we can pull the head. And just do a quick top end rebuild and replace our gaskets. Simple enough. Oh, get my old man chair. I can't believe how easy these bolts are coming out. Probably shouldn't jinx myself by saying that, but it's been awesome so far. Oh, it doesn't look too bad. Not too bad at all. For probably sitting in there for I don't know how long. Yeah, it's actually pretty good oil. Shit, cheese free. Simple enough. Voila. Alright, now that we got the little Trail 90 motor up here on the bench, we're just going to clean her up and tear the head off. Take a look and see what the condition of it's in. This little buggy has 2,077 miles on it. And being a Honda, I bet you it probably still looks pretty good in there. All right, we're jumping ahead a little bit. I have been diligently working on the Trail 90 motor. As you can see, we've got it all tore apart. I'm working on cleaning stuff up right now. Here's our stock piston. It's carved up pretty good, overall in good shape. Our rings are in good shape, but this is getting entirely replaced. We've got a new piston rings here. Overall, the internals of this motor looked absolutely fantastic. Bearings look really good. We're gonna pull her completely apart and clean everything up top to bottom regardless to check all our bearings out. So I will be splitting the cases and cleaning everything up. Finish cleaning all this dirt up. Another thing we gotta do is we're replacing all our clutch packs inside our clutch here, so we will be getting to that. I've done an initial cleaning here on our head, but I gotta finish cleaning it up. Valves and stuff look pretty good. Of course, they are carved up. This white stuff is just residue from my initial cleaner. It will come right off. But they look pretty good. And our cylinder, I've already taken the old hone to it. And I know it's gonna be hard to see in there, but she cleaned up beautifully. Cylinder was in really good shape and she honed up nicely. So I think this will be a good spot to end this video. I'm gonna go ahead and just clean up everything, get the motor back together, and on the next video, we will put the motor back in its home, mess around with this wiring, and we'll see if this guy starts. And then once we get her up and running, we got a little odds and ends to do, like replace turn signal lights, check all our wiring and stuff, replace brake pads. I don't know if Greg's got new tires for this puppy or not, but these ones I don't think hold air very well. I think it's like the front one, it's pretty much just the valve stems leaking, so we might just have to put new valve stem guts in there. But we'll see if we can get these tires to hold air enough that we'll be able to test her out by going for a little spin. This is March 9th, and it is supposed to be an absolute gorgeous day out here. This snow is melting very, very quickly, and it feels wonderful out here. So we'll definitely get this little Trail 90 out for a little rippage. And then probably a thorough cleaning because it's still going to be a muddy mess out there. But work on something, we got to make sure to test it thoroughly, right? Anyway, I hope you're enjoying this little Trail 90 restoration. Not a complete restoration, more of a sprucing up to get it in running condition so that Greg can enjoy it, take it with him when he goes on vacation for a little quick hop on her and scoot around her. So thanks for watching, your support and buying my merchandise, supporting me on Patreon, or just subscribing, liking, and watching the video is a great, great way to support Appalachian Mountain Riders too. And as always, guys, until next time, keep on riding.